Hi everyone, welcome to the first week of Chem 3160 Organic Chemistry Laboratory Concepts. This week is divided into two parts. Part 1 is about the introduction to the Organic Chemistry Laboratory, and the second part is about carrying out chemical reactions. The first part actually consists of several topics. We will talk about chapter 1, which is about the safety in the laboratory. Here, you will be provided with some information about the general safety information in an organic chemistry lab, and also some information about preventing chemical exposure, preventing cuts and burns, preventing fires and explosions, and what will you do if an accident occurs. Also, you will be provided with some background about chemical toxicology and how to identify chemicals and understand the hazards of these chemicals. Also, in Chapter 1, Safety in the Laboratory, you will be provided with a background on handling laboratory waste. In this week, you will also be introduced to Chapter 3, Laboratory Notebooks and Pre-Lab Information. Here, you will get to know the proper way on how to write a lab notebook, and also how to calculate percent yield, and how to obtain information or sources of pre-lab information. This week you will also be introduced to Chapter 4, the laboratory glassware, and you will learn different concepts about the laboratory glassware, including the desk equipment, mini-scale standard taper glassware, microscale glassware, cleaning and drying the laboratory glassware, as well as general introduction to organic chemistry glasswares. Chapter 5 is about measurements and transferring reagents, wherein you will be introduced on the proper use of electronic balances, and also how to transfer solids to a reaction vessel, measure volume and transferring liquids, how to measure the temperature, and as well as measurement uncertainty and error analysis. Chapter 6 is about the heating and cooling methods, which involves topics such as, like for example, how to prevent bumps in liquids or heating liquids. Conventional heating devices will also be introduced in this chapter, as well as how to heat using laboratory microwave reactors, what are the different cooling methods, as well as introduction to laboratory checks. The last chapter, chapter 7, for this week will deal about setting up organic reactions. You will be introduced with the idea of refluxing, as well as how to add reagents during a reaction, how to set up an anhydrous reaction condition, as well as an inert atmospheric reaction. And also you will be introduced with the topic on how to transfer liquids by syringe without exposure to air. And lastly, how to remove noxious vapors in an organic reaction. So I hope that you'll be able to find this topics very useful in preparation for the upcoming weeks.